Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the New York Yankees. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your New York Yankees.
So just about set now. And on the hill in this one, Carlos Carrasco.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club. And what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him. And it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point. Maybe it's the motion. But just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
All right, ready to get underway. Now up for Tampa Bay, number 14. Fastball for a strike. And that's how this game gets started.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Up the middle. Tosses to first. One out in the top of the first. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Brandon Lau.
Boog, this is one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. I mean, he's such a consistent hitter. You got to love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that in this one.
Yandy Diaz now. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And it goes just foul. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope. He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That one in the dirt, 2-2. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. And he'll pull into second safely.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
One out, runner at second. And now it's Brandon Lau. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Let's go, Cookie.
Swing and a miss. Diaz leads off second with one gone in the inning. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Volpe makes the grab, and there's two gone.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, Jonathan Aranda, next to hit for the Rays.
Go back home, Rays.
That one at the knees for a strike. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one missed.
1-1.
Next pitch is downstairs. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Let's go Yankees.
Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Back at Yankee Stadium, and the right-hander with the good curveball, Shane Baz. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Paul Goldschmidt, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Goldie, 37 years young, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2009.
Come on, Goldie.
And that one fouled off. And a 1-1. That one fouled hard the other way.
Here we go, Yanks.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Rortvedt down to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Well, obviously, that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. That one's upstairs, ball 1. One out, bases empty. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
A little bit high, maybe. 2-1.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's go, New York.
And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Let's go, Aaron.
2 outs, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Nothing for the Yanks in the first. Second inning upcoming from the Bronx. No score. Top of the second, and stepping in for the Rays, Junior Caminero.
Junior Caminero.
Come on, Yankees. You can do it, Yanks.
Carrasco back to work. Right through there for a strike. Here's your 1. Out in front and foul to the left side. The 0-2. And that one is inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Out towards right center field. It gets down a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting 6. The right
And the batter now, Cameron Meisner.
Meisner.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Next offering is outside. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
Outside low, 2-1. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
3-1 is on the way. And strike 2. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
First and second, no outs. And now, Travis Jankowski. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Trying to bunt his way on. Peraza to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Caballero now at the plate. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. that one is lifted in the air. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double. As they take the lead, 2 runs come in.
You don't want to get greedy, but it's easy to imagine all 3 runners coming home to score with this type of contact. Yeah, the automatic double costs them a run, but they're still in a position to keep scoring.
And now the catcher for the Rays, Ben Wertvet. That one hooked foul. Jankowski, the runner at third. Caballero at second with nobody out. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Hauls it in for the out.
Oh, it's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
Here's the Rays leadoff hitter. Golden opportunity right here. First pitch misses. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball popped up. Peraza. 2 away. And now it's going to be Yandy Diaz. Doubled in his first AB.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And a strike on the outside edge. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position here at the top of the second. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Dominguez brings it in, and that is that. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Rays 2 and the Yankees nothing. Bottom of the second. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Ben Rice.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Next to hit, Anthony Volpe. And that's in there at the knees. And a foul ball. Swings and misses. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch. Austin Wells, the next to hit. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Man at second. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Misses the zone, and a count 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Next offering is downstairs. And that's down and away. One out and a runner at second. Bottom half of inning number 2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Pablo Reyes stands in. And a strike in there. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting it, the left fielder,
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. In there at the knees. That's strike 1. And that drops in for a strike. First and second, 2 down. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two on, 2 outs. Back up the middle and a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Oswald Peraza. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Wells, the lead runner out at second. Dominguez at first, 2 out of the inning. This one in the air right field. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Two outs. Good eye in that spot.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
In the air to left down the line. Jankowski drops into the glove, and the inning is over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in New York, Lau at the plate.
The second baseman, Brandon Lau.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1. Swing and a ground ball. Sends it to first. And a quick out, number one.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jonathan Aranda. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. The other way, and foul ball.
Come on, Yankees!
He caught it behind his back. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
The first baseman, number 13, Junior Caballero.
Two down, bases empty. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. Top of the zone for a called strike. Two down, nobody on. And that's it for a strike. 0-2 now.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Caught him looking for the K. Nothing doing for Tampa as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, here's the third baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And now the count filled up 3-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. So Goldie strikes out here.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. Here is Aaron Judge. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And ball one to the right fielder. Foul ball there. Two outs. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
1-2.
Judge waits. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Yanks go quietly. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. They're down 2-1. Back now in the Bronx. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Cameron Meisner. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Travis Jankowski next to hit for the Rays. Splits the plate. Strike one. Nobody out. Runner at first. Outside low. Ball one. Just off the inside edge.
Whoa.
In the dirt.
2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Sit him down.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Stays alive. Ground ball right side. Peraza to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Now batting, shortstop, Jose Caballero.
Now it's the shortstop, Jose Caballero. Doubled his first time up. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That clips the corner.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Ground ball to the right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher,
Ben Wertvet will hit next. First time up was a pop out. And that one just missed off the outside edge. That's out to center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. The Rays strand just the one. They lead it 2-1. Back in the Bronx, and here's the first baseman, Ben Rice. Right through there for a strike. Strike two. That one just misses.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Now it's going to be Anthony Volpe. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That's off the mark. 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Wells in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Just off the inside edge.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Here's a 1-1. Way high.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ball drilled center field. And that ends the inning. Back for more from the Bronx. And now number 14. Carrasco back to work. Into center. And he'll play it on a bounce.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter. But when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
And next is the designated hitter, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 2.
Let's go, Yankees.
Runner on the go. Swing and a foul out of play. Runner goes again. And that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Carlos Carrasco is done in this one. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching.
They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Ryan Yarbrough.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Brandon Lau next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 2 in this one. Off the plate, and it's 1-0. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Swinging a foul straight back. Just off the outside part of the plate.
3-2.
1 on, nobody out, a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, we've seen this recipe cook up a big inning plenty of times. 2 runners on, nobody out, and they're in the heart of their order. It's just a great opportunity to put up a crooked number.
Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Ball 1 there. Movement in the Yankees pen. Tyler Matzik up and throwing. Leiter getting cranked up as well.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Diaz over at second. Lau at first with no outs. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They won't test it here. Bases loaded. No outs.
That's 3 singles in a row. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you enough. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
So digging in, Junior Caminero. Fought off foul.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Bases juiced, no outs. Fouled off down the right side.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Next one off the plate inside. Now 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. So up next, Cameron Meisner. A walk, and he's also singled. Right down to shoot, and that's strike one.
Always tough to turn two on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn two quickly.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
One ball.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And he chases that one. Huge strikeout there.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Travis Jankowski getting ready to hit. Outfield playing pretty shallow. And that is out of play. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. 2 outs. Bases are full. And a swing and a miss. They limit the damage here.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Pablo Reyes. And there's a foul ball. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. On the ground, right side. Lau sends it to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Number 24,
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. RBI single his last time up. Fouled off left side.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it stays fair. So digging in, Oswald Peraza. Fly to left his first time. Ripped on a line. Jankowski makes the catch. That's out number 2.
The third baseman, number 48, Paul Goldschmidt.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Throw over to first. Dominguez back on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
And makes the grab. And that's the inning. 1 left for the Yankees, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back in New York, all set for the top of the 6th. At the plate, Jose Caballero.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Ian Hamilton appears to be getting loose. That misses off the outside edge.
1-1.
The shortstop takes the ball. That misses, and that's ball 3. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first, and now the catcher comes up to him. Ben Rortvedt, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. On the ground, 2 ball. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the center fielder, Chandler Simpson.
Here's the center fielder. 1 for 3. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Pitch misses. Now 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Sit him down.
In the dirt, but kept close. And it remains 2 and 2. Caballero on second. Rortvedt on at first with nobody out. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ground ball could be 2. Takes it to the bag. That's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Yandy Diaz. next to hit for the Rays. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
The next pitch misses, and the count is 1-2. Runners are at the corners, one away. Two on, one out. Ground ball left side, could be two. Off balance speed, there's one. And that's two. So no runs on no hits, a couple of errors, and one left. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the sixth. Rays 3 and the Yankees 1. Back in the Bronx, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the sixth, Trent Grisham. Swinging a foul straight back. And down on strikes he goes. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Here comes Aaron Judge. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Inside, just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That's off the mark, and now 3-0.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. A little bit low, and Judge takes the walk. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, he can hit a home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it pays off here.
Rice in the box now. Takes strike one.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. Brings it in. 2 down.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that until his next at bat.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's a strike.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And a swing and a miss. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. The Yanks leave one, and they still trail it here 3-1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Mark Leiter Jr.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now it's the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Brandon Lau.
And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 1. Leiter, a 6-foot righty, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. A little bit low. And that's ball 2.
2 balls, no strike.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
2-1.
To the right side. Peraza fires over to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play, have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Aranda, the next to hit, takes ball 1. One down, base is empty. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Strike.
Now one missed. Not even close there. And the count is 3-1. Swings through that.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
One gone, runner at first. Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
The 0-1. And it's fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And stepping in for the Rays, Cameron Meisner. Clips the outside corner, 0-1.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
To third, Goldie. They take the force out, third out, and that ends the frame. One left for Tampa as the lead remains 3-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Manuel Rodriguez.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. He's 0 for 1. The Yankees looking to rally. And a foul ball. In there at the knees. And it's 0-2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Almost got him.
2 strike.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Tapped softly on the ground. Loud. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Reyes in the box now. Takes strike one. Next pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Ryan Pepio up and loosening in the pen. Orrs getting loose as well. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom of the seventh. And a count 1-2. The tying run at the plate. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Tying run at the plate and fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Oswald Peraza digs in now. And the first pitch misses for ball one. That one missing inside.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
That's inside.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Paul Goldschmidt in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 outs. Little chopper rolls foul.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And he hits a ground ball right side. Lau sends it to first. Out number 3. So 1 hit is all they get. We look ahead to inning number 8. Rays 3 and the Yankees 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tyler Matzik.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Travis Jankowski.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
The left-hander Tyler Matzik deals. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. That misses the zone. Going to count 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout. Now the batter now, Jose Caballero. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Ian Hamilton getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Hill also throwing. Strike 2.
Now he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I'll tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
One down, base is empty. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beatings.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Rortvedt in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering misses. 1-1.
1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3, but they still lead it 3-1.
Now pitching for
Back
Tampa
now, new
Bay.
pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Eric Orrs.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So back to the top of the order. Paul Goldschmidt now 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. That's outside, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking, and that's the first out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now here's Trent Grisham, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. And that's a little high.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The Rays up by 2 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Down on strikes, looking for the 2nd straight plate appearance.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Judge rips that one, makes the play, and it's out number 3. Yanks held in check. Score holds, it's 3-1. We go to the 9th. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, number 14. Matzik back to work. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Will Warren getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, designated hitter, Yandy Diaz.
Stepping in, Yandy Diaz. That's in there. 0-1. Late on that fastball.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
One down, base is empty. That one almost got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling, and you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Lau stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. The 1-1. And he swings through that one.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And it's even up. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. And it hits the fence. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Runner at second, 2 down. In the air out to center. Grisham sprinting for this one. Makes a nice running catch. And that'll do it. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Rays 3 and the Yankees 1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Pete Fairbanks.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Ben Rice.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And that one fouled off. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Next pitch is outside.
1 and 2.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
He's 2 outs away. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
First offering, and it just misses. And that drops in for a strike. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. Yankees with only 1 out remaining.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Two outs. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Rays claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.